What's cracking? Hi guys. Get my life together. Got 1 minute. I literally. Let me fix this. Hey y'all. What's poppin'? Yeah. I literally just finished the first time homebuyer seminar. Text Paul. Started the stream. Used the facilities. And came back. Feel like I was gonna do something. What was I gonna do? I know what I was gonna do. Nothing for you guys, but I know what I was gonna do. Got 23 minutes, 23 seconds, 20 seconds. Oh my God, the pressure is on. Hold on. Where are my tabs? How do I get to the studio right away? The YouTube studio. Oh, I think Paul can help me. I'll message you, Paul. Hi, guys. What is cracking? Yeah. What is popping? How are you guys doing? Let me message Paul very quick to tell him. What is going on? We're going to get straight into it. Okay, I sent Paul my message. Gonna get straight into it today. I saw K-Walk. I saw Dr. Elo. I saw Luis. I saw all of you guys. Let me adjust my comments so I can pay attention. Let's move this stuff around over here. How do I get out of here? Okay, there you go. All right. Well, you guys are here to hang out as usual, which I love. I appreciate you guys. We are going to talk a little bit. I'm interested to see how this plays out. Talk about Kajabi versus Kartra. I've been using Kajabi for a year now. Actually, this February I signed up. They had on February 10th. Oh, so it's been over a year. It's been a year since I've been a Kajabi user. Back on 2/22/22, they had this great promo that if you signed up on 2/22/22, you were able to get 2 months free. And I knew that I had been wanting to host courses and things like that and really build out a website. So I decided to capitalize. And that is one of the reasons why I came out with my masterclass when I did, and really just built out the Kajabi site from there, where now I host packages for consulting and coaching, even remote production, and of course my masterclasses and things like that. There's a blog page on there. I Thanks so much, Paul. I appreciate you. There's a blog page on there, and you can do a handful of things. However, the one thing, so here's the thing. It's 109. The plan I have, so their plans start at. Probably should have done this a screen share, but I can get it going while we do that because I can talk about it. I've been with them long enough that I can talk about it. Their plans start at $159, and we're talking about a monthly basis because you can sign up annually and save a decent amount, but it's like $2,000 up front, which last year when I wasn't bringing in revenue, that's why that whole thing was really important for me because I wasn't bringing in revenue. So that deal of getting 2 months for free was huge because the thought process was, well, let me sign up now, right? Because if I sign up now and it's free, and if I can get this off the ground running, and I gave myself the goal to really capitalize and get everything done within those 2 free months so that when I had to make my first payment, I was able to offset it with what I was bringing in from my Stream Deck courses, right, from the masterclass that I have. So let's go in, and this is what we're gonna do. I'm about to pull up a screen share. I just want to compare the two, so I want to have them both up, and then we can kind of go from there. It's been great. One of the things that I love the most about Kajabi and why I fell in love with it is the ease of use, right? So the ease of building out. I didn't have my own website. So Kajabi does give you the ability to create your own website. They have templates. And I was able to get it done with little to no instruction. I was able to work it out and get it done. Kali, Chocolate Twist Yoga, did help me with a handful of things. And then everything else, honestly, was just mostly self-taught. And they have a great chat support, live chat support, that they'll help you through it, even like with simple things like color coding and blocks and stuff like that. But for the most part, I was able to get my website up and running. I was able to upload my masterclasses really with no direction and within that 2-month time frame. Let me just Kartra. I'm just trying to. Okay, there you go. And I just want to pull up plans because we're going to do a comparison. Cool. So I especially loved being able to have my own website and then just having everything from there. They had just really kind of revamped their coaching product, right? Because everything that you sell on there is called a product, even from having a community. And now this is where things kind of start to go downhill. Because if you can start your own community within the Kajabi website and the Kajabi world, that's considered a product. You can host your podcast on there, but if you decide to host your podcast on there, that's also considered a product. And so for me, I do have templates for our eCam in Espanol. Well, those are products. My consulting, those are products. For those of you guys that are here, I see the community that's here. You guys have heard me say that I do want to host smaller, right, shorter beginner courses, whether it's editing on the iPad, whether it's like Notability, digital note-taking on the iPad. Well, then all those courses now become products. And so when I added my own products with just one course, because right now I really just have the Stream Deck Masterclass with just one course, my consulting packages, whether it's an individual consulting or a group package, those products started to add up. And right now I have about 7 or 8 products. And so with their plans, and am I streaming to, this is more of an India question. I want to see if I'm streaming because I want to show you guys something really cool. I am streaming. I'm not, am I? To my website, because this is a part of what I want to show you with some of the things that you can do. I want to see if I'm streaming, and then if I'm streaming, I am streaming. So let me turn that on. And then we're going to do an overview of what my website currently looks like. And depending with timing, I intended to at least start to build out a website to show you guys, because one of the things that both of these sites, both of the companies are are taking pride in is the ease of use. They have templates and the ease of use of getting your pages or your website up and running with the templates that they've provided you. Oh, hey, girl. Hey, how are you doing? And I did say that Paul talked about the snow. The co was running in the snow. So in Philadelphia, it has not snowed. It was about 50 degrees. It was nice. However, where this girl lives in the boondocks, the snow was really bad. They had a snow day, and the snow was really bad out there. So, are we streaming there? Let me see. Stop streaming. Am I streaming to my website? Hold on. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing. Oh, no. Yes. Oh, I'm streaming to a bunch of different locations. Oh, no. Hold on. What's happening here? I am. Let me change that. I think because I know why I turned on auto start. Oh, nuts. I got to go back. All right. Let me stop the stream. I'm on my Cloud Connect because I'm trying to show you guys. This is what happens when I didn't take a break between my first time homebuyer seminar and here. All right. Okay. Okay, now that's streaming only to there. And I did see David. What is cracking? What's popping? Yeah. All right. So I think we're good. Let me move some windows around. What's this here? Not that. Here. All right, perfect. So now that I have that, let me just come back and we can just do the screen share. We can get straight into it, straight into the meat and potatoes. Okay. So is this zoomed in? This is not. I will zoom in. I zoomed it into 125%. This should be good for you guys. I'm at 150%. So let me know if it looks okay for you guys. This is the Kajabi website itself with just their pricing and their packages. There you go. And this is on a monthly basis. So right now I do have the growth plan. And so when we talked about the products, right, this is one of the things here that under this growth plan for $150, $200 rather, you get 15 products. But as you start to add a community, you start to add a podcast, you start to add different types of products, whether it's a package or a single session, different levels of courses, those 15 products can add up very, very quickly. And I'm already starting to see that. I've only had this for a year and I haven't even done this full time yet, really, right? Like when you think about how much I've actually invested into my business, the plan this year and for the future is to really start investing even more and more time into this, so then as I start to think about, well, I know that I want to do a LumaFusion course, right? Editing on the iPad. For LumaFusion, editing on the iPad, I'm teaching myself DaVinci Resolve on the iPad, right? So that type of course. Notability, you guys know that we've done when I did my 100 days last year, we went into a handful of digital note taking on the iPad and organizing your notes with Notability or Good Notes or something like that. So when you start to think about those courses that I want to launch, I'm going to max out at that 15 products. And now if we shift over for this $199 plan, compared to, right, then the next plan where we're at the pro, that's a $200 jump. That's a big jump a month when you think about it. And of course, right, for those of us that are here, we're still working towards making this our full-time profession, or, we're not at the revenue where we want it to be. I'm bringing in consistent revenue, but definitely not enough to offset this jump from even when you think about it, even at $199 a month, that's a big investment. That's a big investment. Now, what I will say, and the reason why I've continued it, is because if we switch to annual, right? So if I come in and I switch this to annual, it's $159 a month. Where's my calculator? I lost it. Oh, there it is. That was weird. Where did it go? Oh, it was behind this. Okay, there you go. Here's a calculator. Like, where's the calculator? I'll move this over here. 159. It's $2,000, $1,900 for the year. I, within my first couple of months, did make that back in just my Stream Deck Masterclasses and my consulting. So I have brought in enough revenue to pay for this for a year, as well as profit. And that's what you really want to look at when you are an entrepreneur, when you're a business owner. First of all, do you have profits? That's one. So I guess the banker in me is also talking to you guys tonight. We're going to make it a little bit of a twofold section. I'm running over my headphone cables. Give me 1 second. But are you bringing in enough revenue when you're offsetting your costs and you're breaking down, right, your expenses versus the revenue stream that you're bringing in? Are you left with enough profit to compensate? And I can say, and if we're just comparing this, because I'm not talking about the other things, right? Because I pay for Ecamm Live. I pay for, when I decided to stay with Kajabi, I just said, if I host this class, if I host these products on this website, how much do I need to sell on a monthly basis to just offset why I'm using this site, right? Because when I use Ecamm, the courses that's on here is not for that, right? So it's also not a direct correlation. The things that I'm hosting on my Kajabi site, I want to make sure that the things that I have on there are paying for itself. Plus, I'm bringing in more to also have my my profit to continue to validate this expense. And so, like I said, looking at this here, at $1,900 for the year, I have made that. So I said, all right, no problem. So it's okay at that point. But that's also that I do have packages that are higher. When you think about some people that offer courses, or if you did have smaller courses, courses that are at $40, $50, you have to think about that as well, right? I priced my packages and my different courses that, again, even if I sell one package, it pays for, and I'm doing this now on a monthly basis, still pays for itself and then some. So I say to myself, I need to sell at least one Stream Deck class, or I need to sell one consulting package. And if I sell one consulting package, it pays for itself for a couple of months. So just making sure that you're doing that math, right? Katie, what is going on? How are you? So glad to see you. It's so funny. I thought about you because I did see your post, how much you love Kajabi. And then I saw you in the Kajabi Facebook community. It's great. That's what I was saying. It's great. But I'm a little concerned. So I'm glad you're here. Katie, how long have you been using Kajabi for? I'm interested to know that. So please let us know in the comments how long you've been a user for. Because what I was saying was, and I don't know if you've just been hanging out and you just chimed in, but what I was saying is that I feel like I'm outgrowing this particular plan of this growth plan that I'm currently in, right? I'm in the growth plan. And my biggest thing right now that's concerning me is this 15 products right here. And so, the jump up from here. Now they do have something. Looks like I'm going to have to log into my account. They do have something. So I'll do that next. But they do have something where it's $100 more. So you go from $199 to $299. It's under that $399. And they do give you more products. So we're going to look at that because that's, funnily enough, that's actually not on here. But I have access to that under my account. So we'll go into that next. What is cracking, John? How are you doing? Thanks for hanging out with us. I know you're going to nerd out about this stuff. I see Kimberly here. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming and hanging out. And so, okay, so let's do a comparison now. Let's take a look at some of this stuff. And of course they did this very well, where if you look at the beginner plan at $150 versus the middle plan, what do they call this? The most popular plan. You're only getting 3 products, right? 3 products and 3 funnels versus 15 products. And the products can go very quickly depending on what you're doing. The contacts I wasn't too worried about because I am a brand new entrepreneur. So I'm not at 10,000 contacts yet, right? 1,000 active customers, still have a ways to go there. So if you compare the two, this is the same. Gigi's not here yet, but I know that because Gigi also has Kajabi. One of the things that we both were a little bit like, was the website, your businesses. So Gigi's more of a perfect example of why having more than one website is kind of like, enticing. Because you guys, for those of you guys that do know Gigi Glenisa, she is, right, an attorney. But she also has her travel esquired business. And so for her, it's, well, how do I have my, if she would have loved to have had under the $199 plan, she would have loved to have had a website under her one Kajabi account, the website that was hosted for her attorney business. As girl, I was just talking about, your ears must have been ringing, literally talking about you. And we were talking about when you and I talked about Kajabi last year, about the website, having multiple websites, and how for you as an attorney, as well as, your travel business, it was really, it would have been beneficial if you would have been able to have these 3 websites, right? Because then under one account, you can have and now I know not more so, but when you did have your own business as an attorney, now you're doing, not to get into all of that, but you guys get what I'm saying. And so for me, you guys know that I work for a bank. So if I wanted to do something under my own, under the banking or under a mortgage, I don't know, financial instructor. And then if I wanted to do something as, the tech talk person, that was one thing under the $199 plan where it was like, all right, Gigi and I were both thinking about, then that jump from $199 to $399 is like, nah, it's not worth it, right? Like that's a lot of money. The admin users, okay. And then here's the other thing that they get you to go from like your basic to your, the most popular plan is the affiliate program. The chat, the 24/7 support. I think that's kind of like they get you there because under the 150 plan, they don't give that to you, over here. And I'll tell you, especially when I was building out my site, or even I haven't done funnels lately, but if I wanted to do a funnel, their support is phenomenal. They have yet to disappoint me. They will refuse to end the chat until you have figured out and you've gotten whatever it is the way you want it to. So great support there. And so the ability to remove Kajabi branding as well. That's obviously important for all of us here. I did see Aubrey come in. What is cracking? How are you doing today, Aubrey? Appreciate you. I wanted to make sure I said hi to everybody. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we talked about really, this is, the plan here. This is where I'm at, $199 a month, $2,000 a year if you were to pay up front, $1,900. Now let's go back to, I don't know, they got me. The Facebook ads, they got me. They got me. That's what really started all of this, guys. It was a Facebook ad. And they did some comparison. I think the language was like, oh, Kajabi versus Kartra. And of course, my interest was piqued. I was like, tell me more. Do tell me more. And so get Kartra for $1. Don't click yet. Don't leave me, guys, yet. Let's go through all of this. Let's talk through this stuff. I'm also in the process of trying to get my affiliate. I applied yesterday. I literally just signed up yesterday. So I know about the packages, but I'm very limited. This is probably going to be a continuation stream. I'll be honest with you guys. Oh man, look at this. They're trying to get me. No, guys, I already signed up. Let me get out of here. What's happening? Just give me my pricing. How do I get out of here? No. Hold on. Kartra. Pricing. How weird was that? All right, here's the pricing. Maybe I clicked on something. I don't know. All right, so here's the pricing. So now they have 4 different plans. Let me close this. Oh, I put no, I don't want the trial. And there's an X here. Look at these sneaky little buggers. If you guys look at the upper, that way, look at the upper where I'm highlighting right over here. They have an X, and what I did was I hit no, and it locked me in that other page. Sneaky little buggers. Okay. So you can see that there's 4 plans here. There's the starter, silver, gold, and platinum plans. Let's look at the pricing. I think I can make this a little bit bigger. Yeah, let me make this bigger. Definitely 150. All right. Nope, too big. 175. 150 is good. Okay. And I haven't even looked at the annual. I just looked at, again, 150, I mean the monthly. So if we look at some of the things that immediately stood out to me was under the same. And so we're just going to look at the first two. We're going to look at this column right over here, this starter column, and we're going to look at silver column. I'm not yet, because I'm going to speak it into existence. I'm not yet at the gold and platinum level, but that is for the future. But for now, where I'm at, we are either at the starter or possibly the silver package. So that's what we're going to compare for today. And so we're looking at the leads under, well, let's go back to pricing. Under starting, you're at half, $100, or for the same price. So their starter package, and now look at all these things that they are listing for their starter package versus their silver package. They're even telling you that annual billing saves you $240 a month, or their silver package. So their starter package is $50 cheaper than the starter package with Kajabi. And then the silver package is the same price. I'm currently in the silver package with Kajabi. So for right now, let's compare. If we go back, all I saw was unlimited. That for me got me, right? When you're looking at all these unlimited, like I'm like, all right. So we talk about leads. You have 12,500 leads versus, 2,500. Check this out. One custom domain, which is for the year I've gotten away with. It's courses.indiad.live. And it's worked out very well for me. I'm at a point right now, I'm good with having one domain. However, if I wanted to have it, I go from $100 a month to now $200 a month. I go from having one domain to now 3 domains if I needed it. Emails, 15,000 emails a month under starter. Now we're getting into then at this point, this is where everything starts to really break into the unlimited territory. Look at Gigi says, right, the jump between the two. And then the 3 custom domains for half the price of Kajabi. Exactly this, girl. Exactly. Things that make you go, 100%. Let's come back. So unlimited emails, unlimited bandwidth. Now that's important to know, especially if you're going to do something like what I'm doing, where you are hosting your content, such as videos on there, because, or, images or something like that, that does take into account. And then they even go as far as if you're looking, right? Let me make sure I got my keyboard shortcuts. So they have host 50 videos for $100, which is still really good. Now, it's so funny, Gigi, you said things that make you go, because I did sign up for a trial. I signed up under the $99 one. And again, I can, up this. I'm like, all right, can I get away with having what I have right now at half the price? I'm paying $200 with Kajabi. Can this $99, that's $1,200 a year. That's a lot of money. That's pretty much one mortgage payment for me. When you think about that, right? I can cut how quickly I pay my mortgage off if I do the years right, probably in about 8 years. But anyway, that's good. But where it made me go, because I just signed up for this yesterday, was that 50 videos. I didn't think about it initially. And I think I may have to do the jump to silver. I think I'm at that point, because if I go back into my Stream Deck Masterclass, if I remember, I have about 28 videos, 28 lessons there under that Masterclass. So then at that point, what I mentioned to you guys, I want to do a LumaFusion, right? Editing on the iPad mini course. And those are going to be mini courses, maybe 5. But even if they're at 5, something like DaVinci Resolve on the iPad, that's going to be probably an intermediate where, LumaFusion can be kind of beginners. You don't want something too complicated. You just want to do quick edits. 5 to maybe 7 videos. If I do, then you want now a more powerful tool. Let's move you up into DaVinci for iPad. That's probably about another 10 to possibly 20 videos. And then boom, between my Stream Deck Masterclass, and I'm constantly adding. I added a new lesson just a week and a half ago. Ooh, I picked this up, guys. I picked this up. Hold on. This way. I did put my ZV-E10 back in the mix. Oh, my stream is, all right, well, whatever. I picked it. Can I get it in here? There you go. I picked up a Stream Deck Plus. I'm liking it so far. Not to replace my XL, but I think it is a good companion. We'll talk about that maybe next week. But, right, I'm adding that into that's a new lesson because that's a part of the Stream Deck and it's crucial in understanding that. And then because if you do have the Stream Deck Plus, there's the Wave link, which are its own lessons. So my Stream Deck Masterclass right now, as it stands, and it's not complete, is about 23 to 25 lessons. So going back to that, things that make you go, if you guys know the song, things that make you go, things that make you go, somebody called Doc Rock. This is why Doc says I'm his little sister, because I do the crazy things just like him, especially when it comes to singing in songs. But again, unlimited videos at that point with what I want to do, unlimited, that's the language, right? Like that's the move right there for me. Gigi says, what is Kartra agency? We'll get down to that. So I think it does when we go down a little bit more. It does specify what it is. Let's go back. Sell 20 products. So again, this can hold me over because I'm at, let's say 7 or 8, and I am going to log into my Kajabi dashboard so we can look at what I actually have and then go back and even compare this even more. I forgot the name of it. Thank you so much. CSC Music Factory. I'm about to go like bust a move. Anyway, if you know, you know. Thanks, John. But the 20 products for right now can hold me over to like grow my business at least maybe a year. Again, it's about where can you maximize your costs, your invoices, and really create opportunities that you are maximizing your profits, right? So if I can have a similar product where I'm reducing an expense by 50% in half, that's going to increase. Angie's yelling at me. She's playing with me. She just texted me. Angie's saying she's going to sleep. She's not feeling well. Good night. Good night, darling. But if you were to reduce your expenses by 50%, that the equivalent of that is that you're increasing your profit by 50%. And that's the end game. Increase your profits. So I'm trying to say, do I stay with what are we calling this, silver starter, or do I need silver? Unlimited. So let me see the membership sites. I have my membership site hosted through Mighty Networks. I pay $40 a month through my Mighty Networks site. Kajabi doesn't have the best interface for a community site. That's why I decided to branch out and just use another platform for Mighty Networks. But again, on this plan, if it's can be so, then I'm like, all right, Kartra. And then the only other option, I've talked about this before, especially when I was building out my membership site, was I can always use Discord. Discord is free. And Discord now just recently, I think in the last, 3 months, launched I don't know what they call it, but launched a feature that you can actually charge for membership access on your Discord if you wanted to. So if we are going to really talk about cutting expenses to maximize your profit, if that's what it really was about, then obviously I just host everything on Discord and not pay any fees. But for me, it's twofold. Of course, I want to maximize my profits, but I also want to have a good customer experience, and I want to have something that's pleasant and aesthetic and stuff like that. And that's why I ultimately decided on Mighty Networks. When I start to look at this stuff, how they have their platform for the membership site, if it looks similar to Mighty Networks, man, that's another $50 that I can save, or $40 a month that I can save. Again, over the course of a year, we're looking at $480. Now it's like, all right, you're talking my language. So under the starter plan, we're looking at 2 membership sites, or again, if we're looking at, the silver plan, we have unlimited products, unlimited videos, unlimited bandwidth, unlimited membership sites, 1 team member. Right now, I actually have 3 team members under my Kajabi. So that could, and I can fire them all. I think Angie dropped off. So Angie's a team member. I can fire her. Dr. Elo's a team member. I can fire him. The only one that I can't actually fire is Paul. And so Paul will be covered here. Paul, you're safe. You're safe. I need to be better with getting on my sound effects, but I can say,
Paul, you're safe.
Okay. But then even again, thinking about that stuff, do you need 2 or 3 team members? Do you need 1? Do you need any team members? You might be able, you're fired. Oh, that's what I needed to say.
Dr. Elo, you're fired.
Thanks. We have fun on this stream. We talk about educational things, but we have fun on this stream as well. So unlimited team members, unlimited help desks. Don't know what that is. Help desks. Oh, I wonder if that's what we can offer our clients. Like we can have a help desk of, hey, your site is not, don't have access to the community. I don't know. That's me just guessing there. I'd have to figure that out. The funnel mapper, they both have funnel mapper. Now this is where you start to see some of the stuff here. Funnel simulator. You don't get that under silver, but under starter, but you do get that under silver. And so they give you Kartra agency. Now, Gigi, now that we're down to the bottom here, ask what the Kartra agency is. Hey, another video. Kartra agency says the account owner, agency model number 1, own the client accounts. Oh, I did look into this. So I'm glad you guys are laughing. Just let me, hey, is this? Oh, there you go. It's coming up. Thank you, world. I'm finally fired. I feel the same way, Dr. Elo. You and I both. Can someone tell me I'm fired? What reality show is this? Paul, you're safe.
Paul, you're safe.
Okay. So if I understood this correctly when I was doing my research, is that let's say it's someone like an agency that does building out websites and does things for their clients. You can be like the main host, and you have sub accounts. I don't know if you guys want to see this video. I can if you want me to show you the video. But I remember seeing that somewhere because I was trying to figure it out. This tells you everything. Survivor. Kartra, right? Not a feature, right? That I need. Exactly. Although, if we're just continuing on our jokes, I can 100% sublease Paul and make money off of him. I like that idea. Hold on. We're going to see what kind of stream this is tonight. Okay, let's see. So this is just telling you everything that you get. You have your checkouts, campaign funnels, quizzes, videos, help desk. Ooh, help desks. Help desk portal with support, ticketing, and live chat. Fully integrated with Kartra checkouts to also provide billing support. So that's what I thought that it was, which I think is pretty cool. So you can provide your own help desk. I don't know if Kajabi has anything like that. I haven't seen that. Katie, I don't know if you're still around. I don't remember seeing anything like that in Kajabi. And I think that that's cool. I mean, in the year, I've only had one customer. But again, I don't have that many clients, right? Like I can really, if I start to, not if, I'm going to start ramping up my business, start ramping up the amount of clients I bring in. And so at that point, I have had just one client in the year who has had, or maybe two, who have needed like their passwords reset or their usernames reset, right? Having a help desk, it just makes you look more professional, makes your site look more clean and more professional. So between the two plans, if we go back to the two plans, under the starter, you got one help desk, and then under the silver, you had unlimited help desks. So that's pretty cool there. Let's see, Kartra agency. There you go. I think that's how I read it. Now included with all silver and above accounts, access your entire agency portfolio and manage all client accounts from a centralized master console. So that's not something maybe in my future I could, do something like that. But I don't think with what I do, I would think of like a marketing agency or something like that or like a all-in-one stop type of business that they're helping other businesses build their business. Did that make sense? You guys usually follow me with what I'm saying. So definitely not something that I need for right now. And so if you did want more things, then that's something to think about. If I did want more domains, you can add more domains. I don't think Kajabi gave us that option to add more domains. So I do like having that flexibility. So even if like I said, you know what, I do want 2 domains, the $99 plan is enough, depending on what they charged. Because if they're going to charge $100, then obviously the no-brainer is to just sign up for the $199 plan, right? But having that flexibility, 30-day money day guarantee, blah, blah, blah. All right. Cool. So we talked about a lot of those features. And I was thinking about it this morning. I did initially sign up for the trial under starter, and I think I have to contact support because I think that the only thing that would be a problem for me, because I know that I'm looking to grow this section of my business sooner rather than later, is those videos. So now what I actually want to do is let's go into Kajabi. Remember me? Do you remember the time? Oh, we fell in love. Do you remember? Tonight's one of those kind of nights. Somebody call Doc. Somebody tell him that I'm doing what he's doing. Oh, I get the task list. I signed up for this survey, this little scavenger hunt. How do I download this? Let me just download that because I want to try to see if I can win something. All right. Did that download? That did download. Okay, let's go back. All right. Let's go to my dashboard. You guys are going to see some of my information here. Let's zoom this in. Zoom 150. All right. So at a glance, here is my dashboard. It's saying within the last 30 days, I've made $425. Again, going back to, hello. Hi, Gretchen. Gretchen, I've missed you. Eric, how are you doing today? David is jamming. Y'all know who is that Paula Abdul? That's Paula Abdul, right? Do you remember is that Michael? Y'all are going to yell at me. Listen, I know the words. Don't be mad if I don't know. Who is that? Somebody tell me who that is. All right. So let's talk about cost, right? And what I was saying about offsetting and things like that. I'm paying $199 a month. You can see in the last 30 days, I've made $425. So this has paid this one. It is Michael Jackson. All right. Don't yell at me, guys. I went through it. I said, Paula Abdul. I started to say Janet Jackson. I'm like, wait a minute. And then I realized that I was going to get yelled at somebody. I know, guys. Gosh, what's cracking? CK, what is popping? You love coming in and hearing me sing? Oh, I love you guys. Hold on. CK, you missed all of this.
Where I was saying you're fired. Well, not you, CK, but Dr. Elo and Angie are fired.
All right, let's get back to this. So in the last 30 days, I've made $425. So it's paid for at least 2 months worth of service, right? So when you start to think about all of that stuff, I am bringing in enough revenue just on this alone. That's not talking about my other streams of revenue and so now the other thing for me, but it's also very important for those of you that are entrepreneurs. And I feel like I'm looking at all of you guys hanging out here. I'm laughing because you guys are laughing. So thank you for, us all laughing together. I'm looking at all of us hanging out and all of you guys in some shape or form are entrepreneurs. So this stuff, having these conversations, I think is really important. But of course, I lost my train of thought because you guys like to squirrel me. Because that's what we do. Let me take a drink of water. Hold on 1 second. I said a drink of water. This is a drink of soda. This is not. What kind of water is this? I had a very long day today. I worked from 9 to 7 o'clock today. I did a first-time homebuyer seminar. Jumped in at 5:50. Literally spoke from 5:50 to 7 p.m. on the dot. Ended that first-time homebuyer seminar. Came into my right profile here. Text Paul, and now I'm doing the stream. I did this for you guys. Did this for you guys because I absolutely love you guys. I just needed to let you know how much I love you guys. What I was saying was I got my train of thought back. What I was saying, I don't know. Did you hear me? I almost choked as I was laughing as I said, guys, the things that we do, because you guys needed me to clarify that wasn't, anyway, I digress. The revenue that I'm bringing in from my full-time job as a banker, that's just for my normal everyday bills. That's another thing that I started to separate. I started to separate my business expenses and the revenue that I'm bringing in as India Delgado, the entrepreneur, to make sure that also offsets. That was really important for me. So, I wanted to emphasize that because, again, knowing how much I'm paying for Kajabi on a monthly basis and really keeping a close eye to how much I'm bringing in on a monthly basis, it has to offset itself, because the last thing if I have to, I will, but I really wanted to make sure, can I justify this monthly expense and me bring in enough revenue? Okay. So let's talk about the products, right? Because the products has been huge for me. Click. So right now it's telling me I have 7 products. You can see it right here. 7 productos. I have my Mastering My Stream Deck course. And then you can see here. So check this out. I have my coaching package, 3 sessions, and then an individual coaching session. Those 2 are the same. But because I have them, it's coaching. And because of the way Kajabi does it, it's taking away from my products. Now you can see I have a 30-minute discovery call. The 30-minute discovery call is a free call for us to discover if I need you and if you need me, and what's the best course of action and what do you need. That's also a product. Some of the stuff that I like here, if we take a look at like some of the specifics, this tells me my 23 members. So who's purchased that? If I go into it, it's going to give me a list. The 26th, did I make some adjustments? I think I might have made some adjustments. I got to look at that because I'm looking at the date. That was just 2 days ago. And then again, March 7th. What is that? Why are there dates there? March 8th? March 26th? Oh, that was when I created it. That was a whole year ago. I'm looking at the dates, but it's because it's been a year. There you go. Look at the numbers. Look at the years. So when I created this product, then that goes back to what I was telling you guys about the urgency. I signed up with Kajabi on 2/22/22, and you can see 4 days later, I had already signed up and I had already started this masterclass because it was crucial for me to start earning revenue and get everything up and running before I started, paying this expense. So this just tells you when you created the products. You can see here, this is the stuff with Dr. Elo and I, IKEM en Español. We don't have any clients because that's something that is just a staple. I can go in and I can add a product if I want. And if we go into our products, you can see here on the left-hand side, you have your products here under your courses, coaching. You can do a community, that's considered a product, and then your podcasts. So as you start to build out and do your different things, that's going to show up here. I have my website. They do give you different tools. So these are email campaigns that I've created right here. If you have some funnels, so these are the 2 funnels that I did create. If I wanted to do a new funnel, I can come over here on the upper right-hand side. I can create a new funnel, and they have templates. I'll show you some of that stuff because then we're going to go into our Kartra and we're going to look at the differences with Kartra. I do have automations in price. Right? So automations, you can do things like sending out an email blast. So I have an automation that whenever someone purchases my Stream Deck, they automatically, you can see here, link for one-on-one session. So when they purchase this Stream Deck Masterclass with the 3 one-on-ones, I put an automation in place that they're going to get the link to schedule themselves on my calendar. Right? So you can do a handful of different automations. The events, I think I used the event. Yeah. When we were launching this, I did an event there where it was like an event email. You can kind of do that. And then your forms are different forms that you can have hosted on your website, right? So we did the masterclass giveaway. That was a form that I had. And you can see here, I used more forms than anything else. And If I click on my contacts over here, the contacts are my clients that have either signed up either, for any sort of product, whether it's through a discovery call, masterclass, coaching, or something like that. That's what's going to show up on there. If I wanted to make adjustments to my website, this is the website itself here. So this is what it looks like on the back end from a back end user's perspective. You can see also that I have some templates here. So I kind of started these, didn't really like it. And so if you have different templates or if you want to change the look and feel of your website, you can actually go ahead and do that. You can see here that there is this customize option. I can also preview the website, and this is telling me that this particular template is the one that is actively live. If you click on the template store, if you go there, these are the different templates that they have. So again, if I wanted to change the look of my website altogether, these are the different templates. I feel like they might have changed some. I chose one of these, and then I think I chose this one. This is the one that I chose here. And then I just customized it from there, which is actually really cool. Under website, now you see you have some options. So you have the actual design option of your website itself, which are your templates. Then you have your individual pages. If you click on the individual pages, now that's going to take me to customize my pages for my specific website. So you can see I have, that's what I wanted to show you guys. I'm glad I clicked on that. I created a page on my website where I am hosting an embed player. Where have you been, my friend? So good to see you. I need to say, one, again, so good to see you. I'm glad that you think that this is very timely. And Pastor Eva Johnson was one of the very first people that I made friends with in the community, and I even went live with. Thank you. How are you, my friend? Very good. Glad to see you here. You put this great smile on my face. Not that everybody else didn't hear, but we hear Pastor Eva. K-Walk says, did you get domain through Kajabi or through another site? That is a great question. So my domain I have two domains, idelgadoproductions.com. Lies. I have a lot of domains like all of us here. We discussed that last year. The domains that are currently in use is iDelgado Productions and indiad.live. And so this one under my Kajabi site, courses.indiad.com, I think it is one that I got through, name.com, the .live domain. And then what I did is, because I also have iDelgado Productions as a domain through Google, I did a redirect. So let's go through some of that stuff. And that's nerdy stuff for another day is what we're going to say. So this is my website, courses.indiad.live, right? And this is what the website looks like from an outside user's perspective. Let me close out of there. You can see on the top row, we have the store, the recent live stream. So that's a page that I just did. That's what I was saying right before I saw Pastor Eva come in. So this was a page that I just added. And so this is an embed player that I actually have from Switchboard Live. I need to change this template picture. But if I click on this, let me mute this. Hold on. Let me look at my computer instead of looking at my teleprompter. Play. What's happening here? Are you playing? Hey. It's supposed to be live. Are you live? Live in 5. There you go. Picture. But if I click on, might create a little bit. What? Oh, y'all are coming through tonight. What is cracking? What's poppin', sis? How are you doing? Thank you for coming through. Appreciate you. If you guys have not signed up for Diana's book, The One Right Video, why not get off my stream? Not really, but take your cell phone and please sign up for her book right now. Come on. I don't even know what sound effect to use. Hold on. There you go. All right. So what you are looking at here, and I'm mad you put my whole government. See, only limited people can do that. But anyway, what you're looking at is my website, and I have a page with my live stream. It's an embed player that I've gotten from Switchboard Live. And so we talk about, as content creators and as entrepreneurs, you want to try to own as much as as much of your content as possible and really host it on your website. So if God forbid my channel goes down or something like that, well, guess what? I can still have my live stream featured on my wait, I didn't tell you guys to leave. I did tell you guys to leave, but I told you guys to not leave. Just make sure you're supporting Diana is what I'm saying. Right, exactly. Yes, do a picture in picture, exactly. So that's important for me on my website to be able to have some sort of embed player. And this is not a YouTube embed. This is a live redirect embed that I have. Not really taking advantage of it just yet, but as I continue to build out my site, that's one of the things that if people wanted to just hang out or they got notification or something or perusing my site on one of the days, they don't have to be on my YouTube channel. It's going to be directly on here. If we take a look, you can see, if I can get my cursor, click on the page. There's no YouTube branding because this is not a YouTube embed player. This is a direct player. Oh, one thing I didn't notice, does this tell me my quality? Does not tell me my quality, but I think we're streaming it in about 2K or something like that. I don't know if it's 4K, but I think it's 2K. Anyway, all right. So you can see here we have my, all my pages. We have obviously my store. So if we go to the store, that's where I'm selling my quote unquote products. Right, so I have all my stuff there. You can see I have it through my consulting, my Stream Deck Masterclass, Ikem en Español, description, blah, blah, blah. That's all standard stuff there. If you're currently a user, this My Library tab will take you to where your products are and things like that. I did one blog. I did just one. I got to do it a little bit. But I gotta be better at that. But I am hosting a blog, right? So opportunities you can see here. I tried it. Got to be better. But that's something, a part of my website that now I'm going all in this year. These are the things that I want to actively work on. And here is the link. Thank you, Luis and Diana. I will favorite that. So make sure we are supporting our sister right there. Okay. So now that you see what my Kajabi, like how my site is and things like that, if you guys have any questions, I just wanted to go through the rundown of pricing between Kajabi and Kartra, show you guys what I have. Actually, before we get out, that's what I wanted to go into. I wanted to go into my products because I wanted to look at my videos, right? So if we go into because that's important. That's an important deciding factor on which plan can I work with for right now, for the immediate future, instead of, one or the other, if I can save. So let's go into my Stream Deck Masterclass. I have 6 modules. If I expand all, does it give us? So there's videos, I think, in all of these. Yeah. And you can see this little icon. If I come over here, there's this little camera icon. So I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So these 2 over here, you can see here, I have my drafts. So these are going to be videos. They're drafted. So that's going to be 20. But right now I have 18 that are currently active. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 24. But then I have a handful of different drafts that I still have to do, right? So I have to record this OBS class. I have to record the class for the Stream Deck Plus, record a class for the Wavelink software. So under one, I wanted to point that out because under one course, I'm hosting, once I do everything, all of these, let's say about 30 videos. So if we go back to the pricing for the Kartra, right, this gives me 50 videos. If one lesson, I'm already at 30 videos. And if I do another detailed course, let's say something like I said, DaVinci for the iPad, or even note-taking, even between the 2, I can definitely see a course on digital note taking on the iPad. That's going to be about 10 lessons because it's not just one application. It's another application. It's Apple Pencil Notes. It's the settings, right? That can easily be 10 different videos. Well, now I'm go from 30 to 40, and I already listed more than 2-3 courses that I want to do. I'm easily going to surpass that 50 videos max. So then at that point, it would make sense. So, and you can do a few different things, right? Because again, maybe if I know, so then you want to start talking about, all right, so right now I'm not at 30. I'm going to add those things in. Yes, I can check your progress. Yes, ma'am. Yes, I can check your progress. You guys didn't know that. Dum, dum, dum. So then another thing to think about is, all right, maybe I won't, I haven't done it. It's in the future. It's in the immediate future. But what is the immediate future really constitute? 3 months, 6 months? Like how long will it take me to really get to that 50 video max? At least 3 months. I know that I'm not going to record another 25 more videos between now and the end of the month. Right. So even if it's 3 months, that's $300 worth of savings. So can I stay with the starter plan and then I create my videos? Because I don't create my videos here. I create my videos in Ecamm. Right. So I can create my videos. And when I say, all right, you know what? I can do one lesson on Notability. That's $10, 10 lessons, let's say, or on digital note taking rather. That's one lesson. Add that. I'll still be under that starter. And even if it takes me 6 months, I think 6 months would be more of a realistic number to add videos between 25, another 25 videos from where I'm at right now. 6 months, $100 a month, that's $600. That's, again, when we're talking about profit, putting money back in my pocket, that's a car note, right? When you think about all of those things, that's a few months of cell phone bill or something like that. So I don't have to rush. The point of that and why this was so important for me to really think through is to know, okay, eventually and in the immediate future, I know that I can stay here under this plan, under my starter plan for a short amount of time. But I know that for me, absolutely within the year from, 3 to 6 months, I will be moving up to the silver plan. And the point of that is that then at that point, I really think that for a longer term, I will be comfortable in the silver plan between unlimited, videos, unlimited bandwidth pages and things like that. I don't know right now if I would need in the future a year, when I'm talking about a year to 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 custom domains. I'm trying to think. So what looks, when you start to go up from the silver to gold to platinum, you're going up from your leads, right? 12,500 leads to 25,000 leads, 50,000 leads. As I start to do marketing, I can see that growing fairly quickly. But again, that's a little bit more longer term. What else changes from here? That's interesting. It looks like the two things that change are your leads, 12,000 to basically 25,000, and then your domains from 3 to 5 domains. Everything else stays the same for that $100 price jump. And then even looking at the price jumps, it's jumping from, in $100 increments, where in Kajabi, it basically went from, 50 to then a $200 jump from one to the other, right? And then the differences here are basically, again, you're doubling in your leads when you go to platinum, 50,000 leads, 10 custom domains, and then that's it. Okay. So we talked about a lot of stuff, and I see Todd.
Ho, ho, ho.
Todd, how have you been? What's going on, man? Let me bring the volume up on that.
Ho, ho, ho.
What's cracking? And I see James Hicks. What's popping? How are you? Thanks for coming through. You guys are the best. Marketing piece, Kartra offers that. So no, what I was saying is that when I start doing marketing, they offer their own their own funnels and leads, and both of those companies do. Both Kartra and Kajabi offer their own templates for leads and funnels and things like that. But Lock your scenes, India, lock your scenes. All right, I just locked it. But as you start to, right? So Gigi, you've been in business as a business owner and entrepreneur way more than me. Somebody like Diana, right? Diana's been in business way more than me. And this is her full-time business, both of you guys. So I imagine when you're talking about, for let's say the two of you guys, right? 2,500 leads as a starter, that's not going to be nowhere near enough. I'm sure, that Diana has way more than 2,500 leads under her mic marketing. I'm probably for you too, Gigi. I would imagine, because I know you've been doing this stuff for a hot minute, whether it's between your business as an attorney or as a travel agent, right? So that's where you want to, when you start looking at that, those are the biggest differences between the plans after the major jumps in the columns. The differences are really what you're looking at are your leads and then your domains. You're just pretty much doubling your leads and your domains. And that's what you're looking at. Let me see. And then the annual discount. Right. So then the annual discount, if I wanted to save money, so you got 79 times that by 12, literally 948. So half, and then 150, 149, 1788. So still $200 cheaper at the same price point, $200 cheaper if I were to do it annually, because annually under Kajabi it was $1908, where here you're at $1788. So $120 cheaper if you were to pay upfront for those things. I wouldn't definitely do that because, again, I know that they give you like prorated money back and stuff. But that's so funny. Paul is like, I've been meaning to talk to you about your progress. Go ahead, Paul. Get her. That's why Paul is the only one I didn't fire on the team. Darn it. Okay, so we went through a very high overview and we're an hour in, and all we really looked at was the pricing, the comparison of the pricing between the two. And I see a lot of the community hanging out with us. So we're going to get into now the Kartra stuff. But we talked about the pricing differences between Kartra and Kajabi and what you're getting between those two. So from what it looks like, right, on the exterior, I don't know why I can't talk. I think because I talk too much today. But what it looks like on the exterior for the same price point, let me just go back to monthly because that's how I'm comparing them right now. Whoa. So on the exterior, you're getting a lot more for either the same, you're getting pretty much unlimited everything for the same price, or you're still getting more for half of the price with the plans that you are with Kajabi. Okay, so I showed you what the dashboard looks like, right? So if we go back to the dashboard, this just tells me just a 30-day high-level overview of what, I have no opt-ins. I haven't had any comments. One new customer, $425. And then, some information there. We talked about the products. If you wanted to see the sales, I think this gives me, right, all time. So there you can see like all of my stuff that I've had. So when we talk about it's $2,000 a year with what I've made just from bringing revenue on products that are hosted on this site itself, I've made $6,500 since I've launched in a year. And so it's paid for itself for at least 3 years, if I were to look at that, right? Or the first year, because it's made a year. If we talk about, I just launched my first product on the 26th, so we're at a year and 2 days. I've already covered the year's worth of expenses, and then I've made about $4,500 in profit. That's a win. That's what you want. This was the expense, and this is what the profit was. So you have your options there. We talked about the website, your marketing, and then even if you wanted to get into some analytics, it does give you some analytics, some specifics there. I'm going to back out there because I did have some information. I'm going to have to block that out. But that's that. So now let's go into the Kartra dashboard. So now what I am going to say, let me get back here. So now the next step is I looked at this stuff briefly. Yes, exact, Paul. See, I just looked at the comments. Yes. There's most likely, probably 99% sure going to be a part 2. I'm going to do kind of a high level overview. We're going to look at some stuff. I literally just signed up yesterday. Now, the other thing that made me, made the deal more enticing for me was that the ads, they get you, and then you like click on it. And when you show interest, but you abandon cart, your abandoned cart. I abandoned my cart, and it gave me a promo to try Kartra for $99 for 3 months. And at that point, I was like, I can't turn that down. 3 months, $33 a month. And you can choose whichever plan. So it was either your starter plan or your silver plan. So that plan at $199, they gave the promo that I was able to sign up and try it for 3 months. I made an upfront payment for $99. So then you figure at $33 a month, that gives me more than enough time to move, because all at this point, what I would be doing is building out my website. I can literally make it look pretty much, bring over all the same photos, copy and paste the language and things like that, right? So I would have to have kind of a side by side so I can copy and paste the wording and all of that. I'm not too worried about the photos. I can get similar stock photos, or if I really wanted to have the same photos, but I can move my website over to here. And it doesn't have to be live. I can just build it out and not have it as a draft and keep, or I can keep it because since I do have my own domain, right? It's courses.indiad.live. Right now, that domain is under Kajabi. I can move it from Kajabi over into here when I'm ready. I just have to, do all of that back end stuff. But I can build it out. I can build out my master classes. So take my Stream Deck class, put the same videos onto there, do that whole lesson thing, and my consulting. Do all of my integrations, right? So integrate my Stripe, integrate my PayPal. So do all of that administrative stuff. And then once I'm confident that the site is pretty much up and running and it's what I'm looking to do right now is replicate, make it as a seamless duplicate as possible that people won't see. Again, if I, fancy some of the pictures, I do want to add an actual testimonial section. It's been a year, so I have testimonials from you guys that have taken my masterclass. I have testimonials from people that I've had the one-on-one consulting for. So I'm going to add the specifics with the testimonials on my site, and get all of that up and running. And when I did it last year with Kajabi, I did it in 2 months, technically. But remember, I was also doing the 100 days of live streaming. So my time was very, very short when I did that stuff. And not that I'm going to take the whole 3 months, because if I can get this all up and running, I think that a few weeks, definitely a month, is more than enough time. Because then the other piece of that is that if I can get everything up and running, the most important thing is then to move my existing customers that are still in the masterclass, like Gretchen. I just needed to give that awkward silence, Gretchen, who has yet to move along in the lessons that I know I'm going to need to move her into the new site so that she still has access. That's my biggest concern, right? Because a new customer that's new and signs up today is not going to know what my Kajabi site looked like to yesterday, right? But my existing clients that are still in the masterclass want access. And even if you went through it 100%, that stuff doesn't matter, obviously, because I'm still uploading videos. So even if you went through 100%, I'm still uploading. I'm going to upload this week or next week the Stream Deck Plus class, right? Like those lessons, I need to make sure that I transition my existing clientele as seamless as possible and that they can access everything, because that's going to be a big part of it now, since I already have an existing site and an existing customer base in place. That's where I really need to make sure that I do a good amount of hand holding and, being that support for transitioning everyone, sending out customer emails and really explaining the whys. Because if you don't do that right, you definitely don't want to unoriented people or just turn them away from your product. Thank you, Diana. Reminding everybody, don't forget to hit that like button. Appreciate you. Thank you. David, how does Kartra's tech support compare to Kajabi's? I have yet to answer that because I literally just signed up yesterday. So I will let you know. I will keep you posted because I'm sure that as I start to build out my site, as I start to build out funnels, as I start to build out all of those things, transition people over, I'm sure I'm going to need some help. So that's something that we will revisit. Second part, just for Kartra for reals. Dr. Elo just texted me. He was testing some stuff. Yes. This guy. So I don't know if I'm going to end it soon. I mean, we've been streaming for an hour and 15 minutes, but I'm not going to end it just yet. But what's cracking? How are you? So now let's come back. I wanted to preface all of that stuff and say that I have very, very briefly looked at Kartra. Just wanted to give you guys a comparison, and we're definitely going to do a follow-up live stream with going through this. I'm sure that I will make, I'll work on some things in between, and then we can talk about what I've learned and things like that. But this is now what the dashboard looks like for me as a Kartra user. This is what my profile looks like. Oh, let me make this a little bit bigger. Excuse me. 100. That's 150. Let me see. It's going to move. All right. I just got to move some stuff around just so you guys can see everything. Hey. Did that work? I'm just uncropping. Hold on, folks. Let me get to move this over here so I can see it a little bit bigger. And let me unlock. Make this smaller. I'm doing this on the fly. Hey. That's cropping out. What's happening? How about I'm going to do a new screen share and start from scratch. Nope, not that. Not a camera overlay. All right, that's the whole page. Crop that in. Crop. Who loves eCam? I do. Make this smaller. I think that is probably one of my most favorite feature is cropping in the overlays. All right, let's bring this in and we are good to go. You guys should be okay. This little bit of red is going to drive me nuts. Okay. All right. And I even rounded the edges to make it look, let's do a little bit of a corner radius. There you go. Okay, let me lock this scene again. Let me bring this back over here. Perfect. And can I make this bigger for me to see? Okay, good. Okay. Good. Glad you thought it was interesting. You'll see the post when I continue. I'm just going to go into some of this high-level stuff tonight because I'm very limited with what I have. So interested in this conversation because we are looking for Jackie, looking to jump in somewhere. Cool. So you definitely want to, I'd say, Kevin, just when you have some time, go back because I did a good amount of time of doing comparison of pricing between Kajabi and Kartra. And now, and I showed what I have so far in Kajabi. And that was important to show because I need to bring all those things over to Kartra. So if we take a look at this stuff together, right, you can see that they provide you with some options. I can hire an expert to do this stuff for me. Let an experienced Kartra user help you set up your account, importing your existing contacts. So this gives you here, if I wanted to import my contacts, I can do that. The quickest way to kickstart your Kartra experience. So I will be taking advantage of that for my leads, my list, my sequences, my memberships, uploading my first product, right? We can do that there. As I start to send out email blasts, we have our broadcast here. And as I start to get analytics, this is telling me, right? I don't have a page. I don't have any of this stuff designed. So obviously, as I start to design this stuff and as I start to drive traffic to this site, these numbers will be updated. So I'm sure this will be something that we maybe revisit even 3 and 6 months down the line. Obviously, because then it's going to be like a short-term review. This is my initial thoughts. Then we'll revisit it as a short-term review and then maybe a longer-term review of comparing the two. What we talked about, the help desk portal, that's something I'll probably do at the very end once I have my products up and running and all my customers converted. I'll probably do that piece last. You can do some calendars. I will definitely take advantage of my calendar because I have that now under Kajabi, under my coaching and consulting. I have it set up so there's a direct with Kajabi and Kajabi integrates directly with Calendly. So I have a coaching / consulting package or product. A customer pays, whether it's for an individual session or they pay for a package with me. Once they pay, they create an account. And once they've done that, they are automatically provided a private Calendly link that only those customers have access to. And then at that point, my Calendly link will let them book time with me on my calendar according to my availability and their availability. So something like this would be very similar. I was doing some research and a lot of people gave options of still continuing to integrate and use Calendly once the client pays because there were some, it's not as extensive, the calendars there. Let's see what else. And that's it there. And then, so let's go back. So let's take a look. And so if we look on the left-hand side, you see you have your products, your communications, you have all of this stuff here. So if you wanted to click on creating any one of those, if I click on products, right, this tells you all of your stuff. All right. So secure product technologies, just telling you, I guess, the features and benefits about having your products on here. You do have an affiliate program, which you also get with Kajabi. But I will say if we're doing comparing, right, in order to have your affiliate program activated under Kajabi, you do have to be under the middle plan at $199, where here everyone has access to the affiliate program. So that's another really good thing. They have upsells and downsells. I don't remember if it's changed. I know it has been a topic of conversation over the last year that I've been a Kajabi user. They did not have downsells. I felt like they were talking about that stuff. I don't know if it's come yet, but that's important because think about when we talked about cart abandonment, where somebody puts their higher product on there and then they're thinking about it. You want to be able to maybe maximize and not lose that customer altogether. And if you can downsell a product instead of having them leave, right? A product sold is better than no product sold. And so flexible pricing structure. Oh, that was another thing when I was doing research that I thoroughly was impressed about, that they give you some options here. And I felt like the options that are provided under Kartra are way more than what Kajabi gives you. So you can see here, it says one-time payment options. You can do trials. You can do recurring subscriptions and fixed installments. So fixed installments, Kajabi, I don't think really, they do have it, but I felt like here, from what I've seen so far. So again, as I start to build out my product, I'll be able to talk a little bit more confidently from it. But one of the things that I did see was, if I understood it correctly, so I'll circle back, but let's say you want to sell a product and start at a higher ticket. So make a one-time payment today. Let's say you want to sell something at $1,000 and you want to make it installments, but you don't want to do $333 for 3 months. Let's say you want to sign somebody up because you want to get them committed. You want to get them committed at a higher price point so that they don't just walk away, right? So if let's say you want to sell a product at $500, but you make them do one upfront payment of $500, and then you can do 2 additional payments of $250 each. At that point, when you're thinking about the psychology and a customer choosing to invest, if they pay $500 up front, chances are they're going to continue to the rest of the sessions, right? The rest of those payments, because they don't want to miss out on those $500. So if I read this and I understood it correctly when I was doing the research, those flexible payment structures are things like that. So that was also important to me, because although I don't have it now, one of the things that I have recently started to incorporate into my business, I've always wanted to do it, but again, I'm doing more with my business this year, is charging for production, live production, whether that's remote production or on-site production, right? This goes back to my conversation about thinking about the amount of products and not being limited. You saw that I was quickly coming across that 15 maximum product, and I don't have live video production services as a product on my website right now. And so if I want to add that as a service on my website, whether it's a remote production one time, a remote production, hire me for the month or something, right? Providing those options. One, that's going to bring me closer to that 15 maximum, because I am offering those services, both remote and on-site. So those are also two different types of products, because they are also two different price points. If I have to come on site, that means I'm more than likely bringing my gear, my stuff, my setup. So that's at a higher price point to be on site when I'm here local in the tri-state area versus where I'm doing something remote and the client's just calling into me and providing me assets, right? So again, pricing with the products, and then also thinking about, for me, reinforcing this flexible pricing structure. If someone wants to hire me on once a week for a month, well, depending on what the pricing is, do I have you pay 50% up front? And you can do this stuff with invoicing, but for me, if I want to keep this, all of my clients, because that's what's happening now. The clients that I've been charging for remote production, I'm sending through PayPal for an invoice. So when you're talking about accounting, right, now it's multiple paces. So for me, if I can have all of my products being sold under one wheelhouse, all of my contacts are in the same place, all of my invoices are in the same place, it's all there, so that when I need to do my accounting and my bookkeeping, I'm just going to one central location. So that there's that stuff. Diana says, yep, we're migrating away from Kajabi as well. They say a bunch of stuff they want to do, but have been super slow in implementing basic things. Yeah, right. And then again, that was my biggest thing right before you came, Diana, was just also the price point. With what you're getting, $200, 15 products. I'm about to max out with those products. If I hosted 2 or 3 of my, my courses, my mini courses that I want to add on, and then remote and on-site production, I'm done. And a podcast and a community, right? When you think about all of that stuff, I'm done. And then I got to jump up to $400 a month. Nah, I'm good. Gigi says that she does those things through Thrivecart, right? So there's that. All right. So we were talking about selling the product. That's why I stopped when I was reading the flexible pricing structures here. So let's just see what this looks like. Again, I'm doing this real time with you guys. One of the things that I'm also looking at here is that you do have your products up on the top. Your products you can track, you can provide coupons, because I do have a handful of different coupons that I've provided. You can charge sales tax, and then self-billing. You have your affiliates over here, and then your analytics. So let's see what this looks like. We're probably just going to end here. I'm going to do this part, kind of see how far along I can get, and then we'll do a part 2. If not, maybe I'll do something later on in the week. I don't know if I necessarily want to wait, because I'm going to continue to work on this. So if you guys want to work along with me, maybe I'll just do another stream at some point later on this week. Enjoy. Thank you. Yurt. Appreciate you. We'll talk later. Tell Bob and your sister I said hello. All right, so let's click on create new product, internal product name, main product. This is the first offer in my sales funnel, upsell or downsell. This offer will be shown to customers who previously ordered another product. So let's give some examples. If I were to, let's say my one class right now that has been generating the most amount, the one product that has been generating, my Stream Deck Masterclass, right? I can start off with my Stream Deck Masterclass, as a new product, but then what would be an upsell or a downsell? So for me, an upsell for that would be, or even a downsell is either an upsell is my coaching package of 3 sessions. And then the downsell would be a coaching individual session where somebody, I'll say a few years ago, Rob Valls just paid me for 1 session because he knew how to use the Stream Deck. He had a Stream Deck set up. He could not program his lights through if this, then that. And he paid me just for 1 session, right? So when you're thinking about those examples where it's a little bit that's more intermediate, it's more advanced, he doesn't necessarily, the client, they don't necessarily need the masterclass. They just need just really 1 session with me to get all their stuff done. Then that can be an upsell or a downsell or an additional product. So this is internal. So I'm just going to go through this really quick. Stream Deck Masterclass. That's, I think, I'm just going to try to match it all the way I have it with Kajabi. We have our main product here. Okay. So I clicked on that. We have next. It's giving you the details, official product name. So then what I'm going to do is, because I want to make sure, right? That's where then we can come in and make these two side by side, right? We're going to make these two very similar. So obviously this is called Mastering Your Stream Deck. I'm going to put these 2 plans together. These 2 tabs together, and let's do that. Cool. My description, if I go into it, do I have a description for this? I don't have a description. And I'm sure I can come in and change this if I wanted to. And so now you have some options. Do you want it to be public or do you want to keep it private? I'm going to keep everything private for now. And now you have here, you have your PayPal or your credit card. So do you want clients to make payments directly through PayPal or both? Let me see. Can I just do PayPal? I have to integrate, right? So this is telling me haven't integrated your PayPal or gateway yet. You can integrate. So, oh, cool. So we can look at integrations because I haven't looked at this. Let me see. Where are we at? We're at an hour and a half. You guys are still holding strong. 15 of you guys watching. I don't know who's watching. Besides those of you guys that have commented, but we're going to go on. I'm not going on for more than 2 hours. That's what we're maxing out. Let me drink some of my soda. All right. Connect Kartra with a number of third-party apps via our supported integrations. Note that you may run multiple integrations of the same type. For example, you may integrate multiple Stripe accounts and use them to process payments for different products. Ooh, that's cool. I don't think you can do that with Kajabi, so that's actually pretty cool. I'm not sure. Don't want to misspeak. Make sure to check out the technical documentation for each integration for step-by-step instructions. CK says, I'm here for the entire ride. All right, well, I'm here for it too. And then David says 3-hour live streams. Listen, the dogs, Koa is in her crate. She chewed up a USB cable today. One of my hard drive, the SATA cables, I guess. The USB cables that go to the hard drives, the special shape funky one. Chewed up one of those. She's been in the crate. She's been punished. Good night. I know Diana was like, not happening. Appreciate you, Diana. Love you, girl. We'll talk later. Yeah. And if you haven't brought her book, make sure you buy her book. Let me make sure I put that up here one more time. If you have not supported Diana One Right Video, make sure you are supporting her. Please support our sister in our community. All right. So let's come back. So let's look at these integrations. Google Calendar, definitely need to integrate that. Kajabi membership. Ooh, interesting. I'm going to try not to get too distracted. We're going to try to stay focused, but I want to go through the integrations and I'm going to come back and click on PayPal and Stripe. What else? I just want to see what they have. They have Square. That's pretty cool. And Zapier. All right. I've been currently right now, the only one that I do have integrated, new integration with Kajabi is Stripe, because when I signed up, they did not have PayPal integration. They have since added it. I have not gone in because everyone's been fine with my Stripe. The fees are okay. I actually was able to access immediate cash out through the Stripe integration. So I get paid. I can cash out my money instantaneously. So Stripe has been working really well. It looks like I'm going to have to. I don't know my Stripe key, and that's private information. So I have to go into Stripe. So let's go back to PayPal. All right, let's see. New integration. This is have me log in, connect PayPal. All right, that's simple. Okay. Because that we can kind of do. And I'll go back and I'll integrate here. Yes, I want to log in. Yes, let's log in. Doom, doom. Yes, I want to grant permission. And this is just, if we read these, Kartra is asking your permission to issue a refund for a specific transaction, search for transactions for items that match specific criteria and display the results, create and manage recurring payments, access your PayPal contact information. Yes, I want to be able to give, see, look at the attorney coming in. Look at the attorney. What is this? PayPal data transfer is PayPal secure method of transferring customer purchase data securely back to Kartra so you have record. All right. I may not be able to do this today. And based off of our fellow attorney in the community, I may just stick just to Stripe. And I don't want to take it off screen. So I'll come back to that and maybe I'll record it and just block everything off just to show you guys what that looks like. But obviously you can see I clicked on the blue dots. You can see here it has new integration. And if you wanted to see, let's look at the technical documentation. This should give us the how-to. Stripe, blah, 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 integrations. Okay. Here it's telling you your key. And it's even telling you if you don't know where your key is, you go into your Stripe tab and it's giving you the information. You look under developers, API keys, and you have success, right? So perfect. I will reference that later. All right, what about Google? Because I do know I want to integrate my calendar. Can we do that today? What does that look like? Yes, let's connect Google. I'm going to do both because I have my calendars across the board. So let's do one at a time. All right, some view and edit events on your calendars. Yes, see, edit, and share and permanently delete calendars, all the calendars you can access using Google. All right, continue. That was easy. That was easy. FYI, I heard of people getting burned on recurring. For PayPal, you guys mean? I don't have anything that's set up on recurring. For my membership, I do. That's in Mighty Networks. But usually where my membership is coming from as well is the way I do my membership is that you probably bought a product from me or something like that, and chances are you get it through there. But it's good information. PayPal is expensive. So, all right, Okay, so we added the one Google Calendar. Let's see. Can I add a new one? Create an integration. Can I add? So I added my regular Gmail. Let's add my productions email. Next. I don't want to switch to my current profile. No. All right. Okay. Continue. PayPal was in class. Just FYI, was in class, and people were talking about PayPal burning people with recurring subscription-based stuff where people cancel and the creator never gets notified and the user keeps access. No. That's bad. That's a good point. If someone cancels a recurring payment, will it revoke access? That's an issue with Kajabi. Oh, see, I didn't know that. So I don't have my stuff. So thanks, guys, for sharing. This is why we share and talk as a community, because if I did want to do, like, let's say I wanted to do my membership, then at that point, it would be recurring on here. So good to know. Good to know. All right, cool. So we've done some integrations. We did the calendar. I'll go back and I will integrate my Stripe once I get all those keys. Afterwards, okay, cool. So now you can see here from what I've noticed, it moves to the top, the integrations that you've currently linked. I liked that. I like that language. That's all good. That becomes user-friendly, user-intuitive. So you can see here I have my 2 Google integrations. It's telling me that my personal Gmail account and then my business. It by default also gives us the Kartra mail. And you can even see that it has this little time clock thing to show that I was currently working on it. I didn't finish. So that's actually pretty cool. I do like that. All right. So we went into integrations. let's go back. So that opened up a new tab. And if I go back to the other tab, oh, this is not, I have to do some sort of payment information in order for me to hit save and next. All right, people are dropping off. So I think we're going to make this a part 2. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make this a part 2. Going to look at my calendar. I also, like I said, I got to pay that. It's good. Got to take the dogs out. I didn't eat dinner, so I got to handle all of that stuff. But I hope that you guys found this useful. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look at today's Tuesday. I don't know. We'll do something either on Thursday or maybe Friday, and I'll continue on. What I need to do, if I do go back, maybe what I can work on is I maybe won't do the products, but what I need to learn, hey there. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Gracias. Still here and you are invested. You guys are the best. So, I appreciate you. There was a thing, especially if it was a high ticket price, you offer a payment plan situation, the example being talked about. Yeah, no. That's good stuff. So the other thing that I do have to do that I will work on between now and Friday is my website. I need to actually build out the website because I do use Kajabi for even my website. I don't use Wix. I don't use Canva. I don't use any of those places. I just felt like it was a one-stop shop. I love what I've built with it. It was easy, the templates, all of that stuff. And supposedly you can do the same exact thing here. Thank you, Pastor Eva. I appreciate you. I'm fired and invested. You guys are funny. So what I am going to do is that I'm going to continue to build out my website. So you'll find that, was it under pages? I started to. So that's one of the things, right? So in essence of time, I can teach myself that because the good thing about both pages, websites, all of that stuff is that I can teach myself that, but then we can go in and I can show you a new template website from scratch, right? So that's stuff that I can kind of do without also wasting your time because I could have sworn I started to do something and you can see I'm like, where was it? Pages, new site, no site in particular. I could have sworn that I started to. Is this the one? Oh, it is. See, I didn't even know. So you can see this little box right over here was I did start to build it out website. I thought so, but it says not published. So I'm going to figure that stuff out. We'll do a part 2. What I'm thinking is probably this Friday, we'll come back and I will show you what I have accomplished so far with building out the site and the pages. Then I can go in and I can show you like where here you would go. I can talk about at that point from experience how long it took me. I probably will have the answer on if I needed to contact support and what that was like and things like that. So I'm going to start to take the next couple of days, start to build out my site, start to build out the pages. And then we will come back collectively as a group and talk about what I've learned. And then we'll go into adding products and stuff like that. So click the 3 dots. Which 3 dots? These 3 dots? I did. I hit edit. And then edit again. Oh, see, Dr. Elo was playing with it on the back end. I'm not going to do that. Because then the tutorial, you can't skip through the tutorial. You have to go through it. And then once you're at the end, you have to say that you've watched it, which is good. It just shows you if I start the tutorial, I can start it to show you. But it's actually pretty cool because it starts, it's just, I thought it was a video. So I can click through all of these. I didn't want to say that I had watched it already because just in case, but this is showing you the different components of the website and how to customize each component, what you can do. So you can do like a pop-up banner on the bottom. That's what this section is here. It's showing you that if you wanted to see what this website looked like between desktop, tablet, and mobile, you can do that there. It's telling you the difference between your column mode, what you'll customize if you're in column mode, and what you can customize if you're in component mode. Columns off and on. Let me see. And then your main menu, it's showing you like once you're done, your main menu, if you wanted to see a preview, save your progress, save it as a template, publish, yada, yada. You have your products there. Okay. Next. See, that's what I didn't do this don't show again because I kind of breathed through it the way I just went through and I'm like, I may need this again. So if you click on let's get started. Okay. So this is the website builder. This is what I started to do here. So you can see I put my logo. So I changed that logo. Obviously, I started to I couldn't figure out how to change this background picture. So these are all blocks. So if I click here, you see that I can copy and paste and I can just say test block, right? So that's a block. The name, if I wanted to change the name here, you can change this. This is a button and there's options there. You can see that I did customize this here, my name, right? This here, but I couldn't figure out how to change this background picture. And I was doing this in the morning. Section 2, let me see, what is this? Clone, move, edit. Background. Ooh, so there was a little gear icon on the right-hand side. Background, image, that's probably it. There you go. So I'm just going to change the image to this one here. You can see that as I started to upload images, it saves it for me here, which if you are using the same images over and over again, that becomes very handy instead of having to go click upload from computer and then search for it and stuff. If you have like your logos, if there is the one headshot that you use across your, your media and stuff like that, you can have all of your brand assets in terms of images saved here so that and that's really cool for your image library because again, as you start to build out funnels, your emails, all of that stuff, just having it quick access here instead of going through the extra steps, just trying to create a seamless process. You can see that there's options between icons and images up top. If you click on confirm, you can do some things here where if you wanted to have opacity, right, it's at 100%, but if you wanted to do a little bit of a blur, you can do some things. If you wanted it to be a video, that's one thing I did want to do for myself on my website. I just didn't get around to it. I did want to have more videos as like more interactive instead of having static pictures. I do like that. But for now, let's see what this look like. Style. So you can choose the style. If you wanted to change the color, we can do that. If there was a background pattern, let's see then if there's a delay. So what that means is that as you are scrolling through, you guys know when you're scrolling through a website, as you hover over a particular section, it may like delay to come in. You can do that, like actions and things like that. Or let me see, hide. So based on device, do you not want that? Which that's pretty cool. All right, so I'm just going to hit apply. And so you can see here, and let's hover here, that changed the picture there, right? So if I wanted it there, and I'm sure if I went back in to this little icon, let me see, this says move. Oh, that's moving. Oh, there you go. Oh, so you can see I can move. Okay. So you can see, let me see. If I wanted to clone, edit, delete, move that up or down, edit the source code, set this section as a favorite. And if we come back, probably the picture itself, let me see. Let's look at the background pattern. Let's do dots. Does that do anything? Oh, look. I don't know if you guys can see. You can see that there's like dots there. So let me change it to something that maybe is a little bit. Can we do hexagon? Apply. You can see the little hexagon. So that's pretty cool if you wanted to. What's tissue? Tissue. Oh, all right. I mean, not for me per se, squares. But I guess depending on what you're doing. All right, let's zoom out. There you go. And then if I hit apply. And how do I hide this? So what I want to know is style. There's the padding. You can change that. Background. So that's why I said I need to play around with this stuff. This is the stuff that I'm going to have to do on my own and then show you guys this is where you go here, this is where you go there, and give you guys the examples. Because then the other thing is, what if I wanted to center that picture the way his picture was centered, right? How do I do that? And so all of that stuff there. Kevin says, can you do products? You can do products in Mighty Networks. There was a reason. And so the pricing in Mighty Networks, if you wanted to do the product. So right now I just do the community and that's $99. $49. If you wanted to do products, I think it goes up to like $99 or like $150 or something like that. When I was looking, because I thought about it, well, I already have my community there. Maybe I will just then host all of my products. And there was some things that I just didn't really want to do with the products there. There was a reason. I got to go back and look at it. But yes, you can if you wanted to. And what happens if you already have a website? I will answer that question as well, but not today. So you can see, right? So then as we go in, this is just like one page. And then I would go, and so you have the home page. I have to add all of these pages. And then as I add all of those pages, see, add this page to a site. I have to create a site. So I got to go through all of those steps and I'm not yet familiar. So that's the work that I will be doing. And then when we do our next live stream, we'll just kind of pick up and go from there. And that is all she wrote for this evening. Thank you so much, community. You guys have been awesome for hanging out with me. I'm looking forward to hanging out with all of you guys and doing more of this stuff later on this week. If you have not already joined, make sure you hang out. Do I have it here? I don't have my Tech Talk community. But if you haven't joined the Tech Talk community, make sure you join the Tech Talk community. IndiaD.live/Tech Talk community. That simple. And you can, hang out and continue the conversation there. You can also join the YouTube membership below, which also gives you access depending on, I have a few different price points. So there's some stuff there. And then it also will either give you full access. I believe I have full access at $10 a month. And then I have some other tiers. So I appreciate you guys. You guys are the best. Buenos nachos, nos vemos. I will catch you guys later on this week. Let's say Friday. All right, y'all. Peace out. Yeah.